Most Toyota owners in America are maintaining their cars wrong, and the manual is exactly what's killing them. In 2019, I told a group of Toyota engineers in Japan how Americans maintain their cars. One of them stared at me and said, "We would never wait that long here." That one sentence hit like a wrench. Today I'm giving you 10 things Japanese Toyota owners do that Americans don't. The exact approach that keeps these cars alive past 500,000 miles. Stay until point 5, because that's where most American drivers lose 150,000 miles of engine life without ever knowing why. Point number 1, oil at 5,000 miles. Toyota's American manual says 10,000 miles. Japan ignores that completely. Every Toyota owner there changes oil at 5,000 miles. Every time. No debate. Oil doesn't just lubricate. It cools. It cleans. It protects. After 5,000 miles, even full synthetic starts losing its additive protection. Metal particles accumulate. Sludge begins forming on the valve train. I've pulled apart engines on the American schedule. At 80,000 miles, sludge coating the valve train. Already dying. Japanese schedule engines? At 200,000 miles, factory fresh inside. The fix: every 5,000 miles or 6 months. Whichever comes first. Full synthetic only. New filter every time. Turbocharged engine. Drop to 4,000 miles. Extra cost? $50 a year. What you avoid? A $6,000 engine rebuild. Oil is cheap. Engines are not. Why would you gamble? But the oil change is just the start. The next mistake happens before you even hit 1,000 miles. Point number 2. The 1,000-mile break-in. The first 1,000 miles of a new Toyota determine the next 400,000. During break-in, piston rings are seating against cylinder walls. Transmission gears are meshing for the first time. Everything finding its final shape. How you drive this window sets the ceiling for your engine. Keep RPMs below 4,000. No hard acceleration. No sustained speeds above 65 miles per hour. Vary speed constantly. No cruise control. No short trips under 10 minutes. And at exactly 1,000 miles, change the oil, even though the manual says 10,000. That first oil change pulls out metal particles from break-in. Leave them in, they keep grinding for the next 499,000 miles. Lexus LS owners who followed this. 400,000 miles, zero oil consumption. Same model, skipped break-in, burning oil at 120,000 miles. Same car, different first 1,000 miles. Completely different engine. Point number 3, transmission fluid at 30,000 miles. In America, Toyota calls transmission fluid lifetime. In Japan, they laugh at that word. Japanese owners change it every 30,000 miles. Lexus 8-speed, 10-speed automatics. Same rule. Here's what happens when you wait. Fluid loses viscosity. Metal particles accumulate. Clutch engagement degrades. Shift timing drifts. By the time you feel it, the damage is already done. I sat with a customer in a dealership waiting room. Came in for routine service. Left with a $5,200 transmission replacement bill. 180,000 miles. Never changed the fluid once. The fix: drain and fill every 30,000 miles. Not a flush. Genuine Toyota WS fluid only. Never universal ATF. Cost: $150 every 30,000 miles. What you avoid: $5,000 transmission replacement. Dealerships won't tell you this because they make more replacing transmissions than maintaining them. And if you think that's bad, the next one quietly destroys your engine from the inside, starting with parts you can't even see. Point number 4. Coolant at 30,000 miles. Most Americans change coolant at 100,000 miles. Some never change it at all. Japanese owners change it at 30,000. Then every 50,000 miles after that. Toyota's pink super long life coolant is excellent, But it is not magic. After 30,000 miles, the additives weaken. The fluid turns slightly acidic, and acid eats rubber hoses, gaskets, and aluminum from the inside. First casualties: water pump seals, thermostat housing. Wait long enough: radiator, heater core, head gasket. That's not a $150 coolant service anymore. That's a $2,500 repair bill. The fix: first change at 30,000 miles. Then every 50,000 after that. Genuine Toyota coolant only. 50/50 with distilled water. Bleed the system. Remove every air pocket. Lexus hybrid owners, don't forget the inverter coolant. Same schedule. About $100 extra. I've inspected 300,000-mile Lexus engines that look completely factory fresh inside because they never let the coolant turn acid. Point number 5. Spark plugs at 60,000 miles. Toyota says replace plugs at 120,000 miles. Japanese owners do it at 60,000. Worn plugs don't just misfire, they force the engine to work harder. That burns out ignition coils, damages the catalytic converter, degrades oxygen sensors, chain damage to expensive components. But here's the problem nobody talks about. At 100 to 20,000 miles, old iridium plugs can seize inside the aluminum cylinder head. I've drilled out seized plugs that turned a $200 job into a $1,200 nightmare. Broken plug, damaged threads, machine shop. All because someone waited too long. Replace at 60,000. They come out smooth every time. OEM Toyota or Denso only. Exact part number. Dielectric grease on boots. $200 job done early or $1,200 job done late. You choose. If plug intervals feel costly, the next point is for 4Runner, Tacoma, and GX owners. A component most Americans never service once, not even once. Point number 6. Differential service at 50,000 miles. Lexus GX, 4Runner, Tacoma, any AWD model. Japanese owners service the differential every 50,000 miles. Most Americans never touch it, not once. The fluid turns black. Metal shavings accumulate. Gears wear unevenly. By the time you hear the grinding, the damage is done. Differential replacement, $3,000. The fix: first service at 30,000 miles. Then every 50,000 after that. Genuine Toyota gear oil, 75W85 or 75W90. New drain plug gasket every time. $2. Prevents leaks. Lexus GX and Land Cruiser owners. 3 services. Front, rear, transfer case. All on the same schedule. Total cost: $200 every 50,000 miles. I've personally seen 4Runners with 400,000 miles on the original differentials. No rebuilds, no replacements, just consistent servicing. Point number 7. Brake fluid every 2 years. Brake fluid absorbs moisture. That is chemistry, not a flaw. Moisture lowers the boiling point. During hard braking, degraded fluid vaporizes inside the lines. Pedal goes soft. Stopping distance increases. In the wrong moment, that kills people. But there's a slower problem. That same moisture corrodes brake lines, calipers, and ABS components from the inside. Corroded ABS actuator on a Lexus, $2,000. The fix: replace brake fluid every 24 months, no matter the mileage. DOT3 or DOT4, Toyota specifications. Bleed from the farthest wheel first. Rear passenger side. Firm pedal. Clean system. Spongy pedal. Do it again. Fresh brake fluid, $30. New ABS actuator, $2,000. That math is not complicated. And this brings us to the habit that ties everything together. The one thing Japanese owners do that almost no American driver ever does. Point number 8. Annual inspection. In Japan, there is a mandatory inspection called shaken. Even without the legal requirement, Japanese Toyota owners inspect their cars completely every year. Not a dealership upsell, a real inspection. All fluid levels and condition, tire wear patterns, suspension bushings and ball joints, brake pad thickness and rotor surface, exhaust for leaks or rust, battery voltage, all belts, a $15 bushing replaced before it destroys a $400 control arm, a small exhaust crack welded before it fractures the manifold. Find a trusted independent mechanic. Pay $100 once a year. Cheapest insurance available for any Toyota or Lexus. Point number 9. Premium fuel on the right engines. Japanese Lexus owners use premium fuel in engines designed for it, even when the manual says regular acceptable. That phrase is corporate language. It means the engine prefers premium. We just want to sell to budget buyers. Over 200,000 miles, regular fuel in a direct injection V6 or V8 builds carbon on intake valves and pistons. Restricted airflow. Reduced compression. Carbon cleaning service, $1,500. Engines that need premium. Lexus ES 350, IS 350, GX 460. Any turbocharged Toyota or Lexus. All direct injection engines. Extra pump cost, $300 a year. What you avoid: $1,500 carbon cleaning and premature wear. Japanese owners treat that $300 as maintenance, not an upgrade. And the final secret costs nothing to follow, but almost nobody in America does it. Point number 10. Keep it completely stocked. Toyota engineers spent years calibrating every component to work as one system. Wheel size affects bearing load. Suspension geometry affects CV axle angles. Exhaust back pressure affects engine tuning. Modify one thing, you disturb the entire balance. Japanese owners keep their cars completely stock. Factory wheels, factory suspension, factory exhaust. No chips, no lift kits, no oversized tires. Result: 500,000 miles without catastrophic failure. Modified Toyotas in America? Problems start at 150,000 miles. Oversized wheels destroy bearings. Lowered suspension kills CV axles. Performance chips push engines past thermal limits. The car was engineered to last. Keep it stock. Let the engineering do what it was built to do. If this helped you understand your car better, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Small changes today prevent big repairs tomorrow. And your car will thank you every mile you drive. Tell me in the comments, what expensive mistake do you never want to repeat again? Stay tuned, because every tip you learn now adds years of life back into your engine. And trust me, your future self will be glad you didn't ignore this. See you in the next one? Your engine's future starts right there.